Greg, do you remember what was your first portrait?
My first portrait, that's a hard one to remember that far back, but I started taking pictures in the late 60s. Probably one of my earliest memories of a formal portrait was an album cover I did for Leon and Mary Russell for the wedding album, which was probably early 70s.
Uh-huh. And who was the first movie star or rock star?
Well, I mean, I would say, of major importance, certainly my early days in work with David Bowie was early on in my career that was very monumental to me as an artist, photographing someone I respected so much.
And what was the first magazine, the first job for a magazine?
Well, I worked for a theater arts magazine called After Dark, which probably started I was working for them in the late 60s, and I was doing portraits for them with people like Michelle Phillips from the Mamas and Papas, Tom Skerritt, the late Susan Terrell, Dennis Christopher, Tony Perkins. Those were some of the earliest magazine portraits I did.
Which star was the most difficult?
I'm not going to tell you that. I kind of forget those people, and they're not important. You try to forget the ones that are difficult and remember the ones that were kind of fun to work with. The difficult ones don't really matter,
And is there a special story for one of these portraits, what we can see here in this room?
Sure. Why don't you ask me about one of them? I'll tell you a story. Tell me which picture you want a story about, and I'll tell you a story.
Maybe Robert De Niro?
Sure. Robert was, I shot Bob for a cover for GQ magazine. He was very punctual, came in. He's actually in real life a very shy person. Socially, he's probably much more comfortable with very close, intimate friends, and that's probably not how people perceive him from watching him on the big screen, but oftentimes celebrities are quite different than they appear on the big screen in person.
And maybe you can tell us the story for Mick Jagger?
Mick Jagger, I knew Mick from before socially a little bit through Jerry Hall and Jerry's sister, but that was actually when he had a very small part in a video of one of my clients at Bette Midler when they did the video for Beast of Burden, and of course I had an opportunity to photograph Mick because before it had only been kind of a social get-together and I always felt awkward bringing out a camera, so we did that video. I got a chance to take a few pictures.
That was it. Thank you.
Okay, thanks so much.